now I start to listen to the podcast and I listen to what you have to say and then do the opposite. And I've been doing a lot better.
And who's your favourite pundit?
I'll tell you secretly by text, so I don't upset anyone.
It's James Reese's Pieces, right?
Has to be. Our intern, he's certainly had a good week, and we'll touch upon that shortly. But Patrick, what was the highlight for your team? 81 points overall, well above the average. What are you pleased with?
Son, I captain. So last season, I did really badly with picking the right captain.
Yeah.
So Son, I was glad that he paid off. And then I did have Sterling in my team, but he looked like he might not play. So I switched him out for Fernandes. And I actually watched the Man U game, and I thought Fernandes was he's the player in Man U. So. Yeah. So
he was brilliant, but he missed the penalty, didn't he?
He did.
But
he didn't let it get him down, did he? He came back, and the game was pretty much over, and he got 2 good goals there.
But he's all over the pitch. He's like the playmaker there. So I was going to throw him back out after this game, but I think I might keep him in. So I was really pleased with him. Martinez, he got a clean sheet, 9 points, and
looking solid, that goalkeeper, isn't he? He's played 3 games, letting 2 goals.
He's doing really well for them.
4 games, letting 2. He's got 3 clean sheets.
And Townsend I brought in as a differentiator, and he didn't do anything. He did.
Yeah, he was quite a differentiator. He got you less points than most people. I do like what you've done with Fernandes, though, and I said it last week as a United fan, he needed to turn it on, and he has turned it on. All right, anyhow, Patrick, congratulations. You have got that Europa League spot. Thursdays are looking pretty tasty for you right now. Good. Below you, though, trying to claw back some ground, it is myself, Jimmy Ferguson. Unfortunately, I'm not really clawing back ground. I only got 73 myself, so I've lost ground on you, Patrick. I'm 9 points behind you, 286 overall, 1.3 million in the world. I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed in that by my high standards. But, guys, I played my Wildie as well. And, it didn't go badly. I've gone heavy in the midfield, like Pellers was saying earlier. Salah, Son, Pulisic, Rodriguez and Barnes. Kept hold of Pulisic. I thought he was going to be a differential. Wasn't quite what I was hoping. Kind of feel like I might get rid of Pulisic. You boys think...
He got the assist again, right?
He did, yeah. He did. And...
Told you that weeks ago, mate.
Weeks ago he was injured, but I feel like... Do you feel like now he's back? Did anyone watch that game? Do you think Pulisic is worth it?
No.
I won't get him in.
He looks good, but there's so many variables because you've got Havertz now as well, haven't you? So it's not guaranteed. It's always going to be Pulisic, who's going to be the playmaker. Last season he was like the Hazard, right? But now there's a few others. So I don't know. He's still going to get hauls, isn't he? Because he's probably. I think he's better than Havertz. I think he's a greater player in the team. But.
Part of my feeling about him is, I do think he's going to get some goals, and I want his price to rise because he's 8.3, and when I got him, he was 8.5. So I've lost money on him, so I'm trying to get the money back so I can get KDB. But that's a dangerous game to play. Anyhow, now you all know my strategy.
Hilarious.
I've also had
get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Maybe you can trade in some coupons or something like that.
You've got some of those Bonvoy points.
But boys, the other one I wanted to call out is I went ahead and put in Brewster from Sheffield United, and unfortunately he didn't play until the 26th minute. But I thought that was a good shout against Fulham. I was seeing a hat trick for the lad, but he didn't play. NVD, he used to be one of your boys. Is he going to even play, or is he just bench?
Yeah, no, I think he will. I think, to be honest, Sheffield United have no choice but to start playing with him. I mean, look, I think he's a good talent, to be honest. He was never going to get game time at Liverpool. He went on loan to Swansea for the second half of the season, last season, and I think scored like 11 goals in I don't know how many games, like 20 odd games. He's a good goal poacher. So I think he will come good for Sheffield United. And like I said, they're dire, so they've got to play all their cards really. So I do see him getting game time.
Okay, and 4.5. And talking about him, we'll move back down into position 7, which is none other than yourself, NVD, and you do have Brewster in your team. So, like Timo Weiner, you have risen.
You may be in 7th this week, but I think you deserve a round of applause. 91 points.
91 points.
Straight off the wild card as well, putting that to good use. Right?
There you go. I mean,
around.
I think, like I said, these are very rare game weeks for me when you get a haul like that. But yeah, I mean, thankfully, those painstaking about 50, 60 combinations of the team that I did throughout the international break finally paid off. I mean, to be honest, it's a very similar team to a lot of folks. Fortunately, I think the defence, paid off really. I mean, Robertson got me 6 points, Sace 7. Unfortunately, his goal was ruled offside. Otherwise, he could have got me a few more points, and it would have meant that Jimmy Ferg, I could have reunited you with your favourite position, number 7.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. I stay 3 points behind you, but it's better than the last couple of game weeks have gone. And yeah, I think Tottenham wise, you can't look past Son and Kane, right? Which an abundance of managers have gone, and I just thought, actually Kane's gonna outscore Son this week. He only did it just by 3 points, but yeah, so that's why he was firmly nailed on as my captain, and yeah, he's kind of overall good return.
It's difficult, right? And I'm sure we'll come to it later in the show. But for me, having them both is too risky, right? Sometimes Tottenham just don't turn up, right? And then you're looking at a double blank and a lot of money on 0 points. But it's hard to pick.
I just think Kane he's just on fire this season.
He is
the way he's playing, and it, he's always a presence in the Spurs team. But I think the way he's just commanded the play is just is slightly different. He comes a little bit deeper now. He's just weird. He's playing as this playmaker and then the attacker as well. Yeah. So hence his assist. But yeah, he just looks like a bit of a beast.
He is looking like the all-rounder. He's bringing other players into it. It's definitely a...
He should have got a hat-trick, really, as well, with the left foot, hit the post. He was very close, and, long may that continue. They've got quite a good up-running schedule as well. They've got Burnley, Brighton and West Brom. So only more goals, surely, for Tottenham.
Hang on. Did I hear West Ham fans say, may that continue?
Yeah.
He hasn't even got
Edit that bit out.
He hasn't even got Kane.
I know. I wish I had him in, mate. Wish I had him in.
You need a wild card after your wild card, mate.
I need a hindsight chip, mate.
You do. Moving on, guys, in 8th position. So we did cheer NVD and gave him the congratulations for, best scorer of the week. But this chap, Matty Lawless, our Daily Mirrors correspondent, actually equalled your points tally, NVD, and he was above you at the beginning of the week. You both got 91 points. Now, listeners, that might confuse you as to, well, how's Matty Lawless now below NVD? And the answer really lies in the fact that he made 7 transfers. It's unheard of. He got a minus 24 points for the 7 transfers. I can only presume that he was meant to make the wild card and he didn't hit the button.
Yeah, we were chatting before the podcast come on. He's recently built a brand new pub in his own back garden. So I think he's been on the Stellars and
had a few Stellars.
Forgot to hit the save on the old wild card and just started rambling away. And obviously didn't have much confidence. Rightly, didn't have much confidence in West Ham and saw them getting a haul. And thank goodness.
I can only imagine what he must have felt like after that had happened. That must have been, the minutes after not saving the wild card must have been awful.
Yeah, and he triple captained Kane. He went,
yeah.
Kane, and he's got Bale in there as well, so he really was going for it.
I mean, he must have done the old triple captain because he had to claw back that 24 points he lost. All right, but that said, though, mate, what he did do, old Matty Lawless, he did get more points than you, Pellers. He got 67 overall.
He did. He let me know as well. Trust me, I got lots of updates this weekend. Don't normally hear from him, but
it's always the way,
through the West Ham game. Yeah, exactly.
Only thing when they're winning, it's like Patrick Vieira being here this week. But anyhow, guys, that said, we must move on. We've got a lot to get through in today's show, and. Oh! Actually, almost forgot him again.
I'm so far down the bottom that it's easy to do that. I totally understand. I'm literally down in a hole at the moment.
9 out of 9, though. You did all right, mate. You got 70 points, 10 above the average for the week, 3 less than me. So take us through it. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, I would have got 74, but I took a hit. I stupidly, well, not stupidly, the first player I transferred out was like far too early on. But I just felt that how Grealish played the week before, I needed him in my team. So I ended up transferring Zaha out, which he scored, I think, 9 points this week. Is that right? And and Grealish obviously got 3. But I think that was the only decision that I was it wasn't so great. I mean, I transferred KDB out and got Son in, and he obviously did all right. Salah I captained for it. He got 14, and I got my front line all scored pretty well. I got Ings on 7, Calvert on 6, and Jimenez on 8. So that was a pretty good shout. And one of my highest scorers was Martinez. So because clean sheet, did really well.
I mean, he's looking great as a Villa, and Sean the John McGinn fanboy mentioned that earlier, but, Villa are on fire, and you've got Grealish and Martinez. The next 4 games, Leeds, Southampton, Arsenal, Brighton, West Ham, they got quite favourable fixtures. So
exactly. So, I think even though Grealish didn't do too well this week, I think we're going to see more from him in the next few weeks. So I'm going to obviously keep him in my squad for a bit.
Excellent. Good stuff, mate. Okay, guys, that is the NYC Brit Street Boys League. Captain Russ propping us up. Ricky's mate from down pub at the top of the table. And from there, we will move into the Left Back FPL podcast team. So, lads, what did you think of the wild card then? I activated it this week.
Blinding job.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Great job, mate.
82 points.
82 points, mate.
Yeah, 82 points. You beat your own score by your own team.
You see, Pellers, that's what you do, all in for the podcast team.
You got Martinez in goal as well. That was a good shout as well, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, so I went Martinez in goal. At the back there, I went Bellerin, Robertson, Castagna. And then I had Kane, Calvert-Lewin and Morpay up top. So I felt it's looking quite good. The one thing I have stitched whoever is up next on is I spent all the money. I saved you 0.1 actually. Thought I'd be kind.
I think that's Vieira next, isn't it? I do believe
it is Patrick Vieira. You are up next, mate. So
I don't need a big budget to do well. So
yeah, those Fulham players aren't very much, are they?
Yeah. We'll see how they do the weekend, and we'll know whether you turn up next week or not.
That's right. Yeah, if they do all right, I'll be back next week.
So Jimmy, you had the second best week for the poddy team. 82 points is good, but still behind my second week haul of 95.
I did notice that.
You can do that.
But the thing is, though, Sean, if you add up the points on your bench, you'll find I won, mate.
Yeah, well, you don't count on your bench, right?
No, fair play. Yeah, didn't beat your 95. I got the 82. So Patrick Vieira got the momentum now, and hopefully you can consolidate it. We'll give you some tips and have a chat to you in the second half, see what you're thinking. But from there, boys, I want to quickly look into our podcast league. So all of our fans on Twitter that have joined, thank you guys for joining. Really enjoying being part of the community and having you all in there. And at the top of the league, we've got Zoenks. Well done to him. 342, 89 for the week. Excellent. Well done, that man. And sitting in second is Woody's Wonders.
Chris Wood.
Your cousin.
I think it's Chris Wood. He's been listening to the poddy, mate. But or it might just be my secret second team. No, it's not really. Yeah, he's got a good team. Keep it up, Chris.
Yeah, Chris Woody was on the podcast a few weeks back. He's done well. Well done, Woody's Wonders. In third, Woody's Wonders, because in second is Dynasty. So Joe Watson, 336. He brought in a 99-point score this week. And fantastic performance. He did have -8, though, because he made 3 transfers. But liking the look of that man's team. Another person I've got to call out, lads, in our own podcast league, it's James Shearman. So Shearman, our intern, with his Lord of the Ings team, is above every single one of us, guys.
We're all sacked.
That's why he writes the real advice in the articles, right?
Yeah, that's the bit you read.
We're going to have to tell him to tone it down a little bit to, let us sort of...
You're damaging our ego.
What if some of the listeners fancy seeing how they rank up against us and against everyone else who's listening to the show? How do they get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. If you do want to get involved and you want to be part of the